Winter is coming. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Ready to borrow smarter this season? Apply online in minutes at yourasecu.com. Call 334-270-9011 or visit your local branch today.
ASD Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASD.
Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Once upon a time, I was a liberal. Well, to be honest, less than a year ago, I was still a liberal. I became a liberal because I felt I'd found a tribe whose values align with my own. I staunchly reject racism of any kind. I reject the marginalization of any human being based off of their gender or sexual orientation. I reject tyrannical groupthink. I reject a system which allows an ambitious, misinformed, and dogmatic mob to suppress free speech, create false narratives, and apathetically steamroll over the truth. I reject the acceptance of junk science and superstition to advance ideological agendas. I reject hate. These are the reasons why I became a liberal. And these are the same reasons why I am now walking away. For years now, I have watched as the left has devolved into intolerant, inflexible, illogical, hateful, misguided, ill-informed, un-American, hypocritical, menacing, callous, ignorant, narrow-minded, and at times, blatantly fascistic behavior and rhetoric. Liberalism has been co-opted and absorbed by the very characteristics it claims to fight against. For years now, I've watched as people on the left have become anesthetized to their own prejudices and bigotry, and the prejudices and bigotry of those around them who echo their values. I have watched as formerly sensible people who claim to reject racism have come to embrace the principles of universally hating and blaming all of society's problems on all people who have white skin. I have witnessed the irony of advocacy for gender equality morph into blatant hatred and intolerance of men and masculinity. I have seen the once earnest fight for equality for the LGBT community mutate into an illogical demonization of heteronormativity and the push to vilify and attack our conventional concepts of gender. These same self-proclaimed victims of intolerance now turning on the gay community that they attached themselves to advance their agenda, now calling gay people privileged and themselves victims of injustice. I have watched as the left has allowed themselves to become hypnotized by false narratives and conclusions perpetuated by social justice warriors who misrepresent and misconstrue facts, evidence, and events to confirm their own biases that everyone who does not comply with their prejudicial conclusions and follow their orders is a racist, a bigot, a Nazi, a white supremacist, homophobic, Islamophobic, xenophobic, misogynistic, and alt-right extremist. And I've watched as they've used these heartless and carelessly assigned labels to intimidate, threaten, bully, silence, attack, unemploy, blacklist, and destroy anybody who dares to fight back. They'll come for me, and then they'll come for you. And worst of all, the Democratic Party and the liberal media has embraced, affirmed, aided, and abetted this cult ideology. In an effort to gain voters and maintain power, the Democratic Party that I once loved has joined forces with the extremist left. The Democratic Party and the liberal media now believe their own ill-gotten conclusions and have ominously decided that they, and only they, know the remedy for society's ills. The left has decided that the solution to problems with race relations in America is more racism. The left believes that attacking, insulting, and dehumanizing one group of people elevates another. The left now believes that there are no boundaries when telling lies, omitting the truth, or misrepresenting facts when telling the news, because their end justifies their means. The left has now decided that its point of view is the only acceptable one, and that suppressing, censoring, and banning open dialogue and debate is virtuous and progressive. The Democratic Party has adopted a deleterious belief system happily and without skepticism, separating people into groups based off of identity and then organizing them into camps of victims and oppressors. If you are a person of color, an LGBT person, a woman, or an American immigrant, the Democratic Party wants you to know that you are a victim and destined to stay that way. They will insist that you are a victim doomed to exist within a system that is rigged against you, that you are a victim of systemic oppression, that you are a victim of your circumstances, and that no amount of hard work or motivational action will ever allow you to overcome your victimhood or the privilege of those around you. This is perhaps the Democratic Party's greatest and most insidious lie. But if you are a minority in America today, the left-wing politicians and the liberal media don't want you to ever discover this lie. So they bombard us with stories designed to reinforce the narrative that you are in danger, that you cannot succeed. They manipulate your fears and concerns by telling you that you are disadvantaged, disempowered, and disposable to everyone except them. They will tell you that you need them. They will tell you that you are only safe under their supervision. They will promise to liberate you from all that chains you. And then they will do absolutely nothing for you. Once upon a time, I was a liberal. But liberalism has changed, and I will no longer be a part of an ideology or political party that represents everything that contradicts my values of unity, equal opportunity, personal empowerment, compassion, and love. So I am walking away. And I encourage all of you to do the same. Walk away.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
It is the big broadcast. Happy Hour News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV Friday edition. Co-host Pamela Dubuque is here, and so is Eddie Bader, and a special guest joining us a little bit later.
And here they are.
My left to the right, Pamela, Eddie, and a guy named Chris Park. It's an interesting story. I went to a play at Cloverdale Playhouse. It was a little more than a year ago, I think, and enjoyed it. It was sort of a play within a play where there's this guy that plays the director. Mm-hmm. He was very good. The next day, or 2 days later, I'm at Rich's house for some football, and there he is. I knew he looked familiar, and since that first meeting, we've talked about having him stop by because he's got interesting stories to tell.
I bet.
He's been done some TV, homicide, life in the streets, and other stuff. So that should be a fun Friday chat. I am a little angry today because I did not get to ride because it was pouring.
It was gross.
It rained something, yeah.
I'll ride in a light rain.
No, it was coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Every time I looked out to see, is there hope? No. So I took off my shorts and went home. Not shortless. I didn't put that quite right.
Okay.
Are we doing big snack commission today?
We're going to have to step out and order something, but yes, some of us are hungry today.
Oh.
Some of us didn't. Some of us had a lot of real estate this morning before they got here. So, hey, but I want to ask you something.
Yeah, you should.
Your thoughts on the Trump pardoning Darryl Strawberry?
I think Darryl earned that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got a lame ass story to go with this.
Let's go with it.
You know, back in the 80s, I think it was 87, a couple of years after I was out of rehab, I had a buddy from New York named Seth Dorfman. He was the prototype New Yorker.
Okay.
Loudmouth, knew everything, but deep down he was a nice guy, so we all got along. He was part of our group. And we were all baseball fans. So we went to see a spring training game where the Mets were in Miami to play the Orioles, who were training in Miami in those days in this crappy old classic Miami ballpark. And I had heard some stories. There were some things that actually made the news about him. And Dorfman was always ready to make a bet on something. So we were chatting about Strawberry. I said, I'll bet you $20 that he's in rehab within 30 days. No, what do you say that for? You know, in his thick New York accent. Mm-hmm. I said, I'm just seeing things.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
The next day, not a month later or a week later, the next day, guess who went to rehab?
Yeah.
Daryl Strawberry. We had him on the show a couple of years ago. He has, and you can smell the phony a mile away. He and another New York Mets player, Doc Gooden, both had serious drugs. Because what professional sports does tragically too many times is draft guys from very, very hard scrabble backgrounds. And both he and Gooden came from the Tampa area. I forget the name of the neighborhood they're from. But the way it worked for them was they suddenly they've got all this money. They go back to the old neighborhood and show off instead of moving up.
Yep.
And and professional sports doesn't do anything to help players transition from a poor education, a street life with different rules. So when you get to the major leagues, you're making, money you never dreamed you'd see, that you're being smart.
I think the NFL started a program several years ago, and it's pretty weak one at best. But now,
well, look what happened in Dallas yesterday.
That's what I was going to get to. 24 years old.
Yeah.
What
has
happened?
The biggest weekend of his life, professional football wise.
Yeah.
And
he's fleeing the Dallas police,
from the police
on some type of
shooting
erratic driving. Now they gave up the chase because it started to get dangerous for
civilians. Yeah.
But he abandoned his car and they found him shot in the head.
Shot in the head in the woods.
Self-inflicted, they believe.
Yeah, it was self-inflicted. I think they found the gun and everything.
Why would a 24
years old
take his own life?
Just had the biggest weekend ever. I mean, he just his whole life he wanted to be a cowboy. He's a cowboy. He scores. And then within 24 hours, 48 hours, I don't understand that.
So we don't know all the details. I would like to know if he had drugs in his system.
Had to.
The other aspect of it, and I don't care if this sounds racist or not, there's more than enough evidence to support it. Latin players that come from not all Latin cultures, but some cultures that are just very macho.
Yep.
There's been so many cases of domestic violence because they come to this country and the laws don't tolerate that crap here.
Right.
And they wind up in trouble or out of the game.
A lot of them, when they go back, whether it's on vacation or after retirement, the people don't appreciate them. They end up dead. They'll be at a bar and somebody comes up and just shoots them.
Even somebody like David Ortiz.
Good point.
Who got shot, I believe it was in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
What the hell was he doing in a place where he could get shot by somebody?
So I'm thinking.
I've never believed that. And first of all, he's a god-awful baseball analyst. He's the worst.
But I'm thinking kind of like, I'm going to use you as an example. When you're in Chicago or you're in Florida, you're on top of the world. Do you feel like you can go anywhere? You feel like I'm Greg Budell. That's going to happen to me. I'm Greg Budell. Everybody loves me. But you know as well as I do, that's not the case.
No, Greg Budell had an interesting adventure once. You want to hear this one?
You know I do.
All right, I had just purchased a new Corvette. It had about 600 miles on it. I met this really, really hot woman, and we were talking. She was just coming out of a relationship, and are you sure you're? Oh yeah, well, nothing to do with this guy. So we went down, had a nice lunch downtown, went to a museum. Now this is in Chicago.
Okay.
So I wasn't quite the big star, but I was doing well.
Yeah.
And I still had a lot of stick stories to tell. It was the wintertime. We come back to her house. She was living with her mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being a perfect gentleman.
Of course you are.
Pull up, park the car. It's snow-packed. So as we get out of the car, in the distance, I hear a voice. I'm going to kill you, you son of a... And I look to my left, and there's this enormous, hulking beast of a guy coming at me like he meant what he said. And thank God it was snowpacked because he couldn't run that
Couldn't
well.
get there fast enough.
And he's stumbling around, in foot-deep snow. So we made a beeline for the front door. I'm not going to fight this guy. So once we're in the house and we call police, he gets in his car and drives up to her place. He was parked down the street spying on her, stalking her. And I'm sure that's one reason I couldn't have been the first.
Right.
Gets in his car, pulls up to her driveway and starts ramming my Corvette with his car.
Great.
Oh no.
He'd hit it, back up. Fortunately, once again, the snowpack.
Couldn't get no traction.
It couldn't get much traction. So he, did some damage to the back plastic bumper.
Yeah.
But fortunately didn't destroy the car. And I told her, I said, you said he was a done deal. What's this? And the parents are like, oh, God. So the police are there. Had to go to the police station.
Oh, yeah. You had back then, you had to file a report. That was
they
part
arrested
of the deal.
They arrested him.
What was the charge?
Had
to be like vehicular or something.
Property damage, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Willful property damage. It was, in other words, it wasn't accidental.
But see, nowadays, I bet they wouldn't arrest him. They'd have gave him a ticket and
Yeah.
a court summons.
I don't know. They might have given him. They might have put him in jail for like harassing.
I hope so.
And as beautiful as this woman was, I told her, I said,
ain't worth it.
Nice knowing you. Bye-bye. Sometimes you got to weigh.
No
one
doubt.
side versus the other.
No doubt.
Just unbelievable. I mean, it was a great date that came to a really rotten end. And I'm looking out the window on the phone with the police. He's ramming my car with his right now in the driveway. Get here quickly. They did.
How's the parents? I mean, they'd seen it before, obviously, so they
didn't say much.
Oh my God.
All right. Why didn't the dad go out and be
just
like, get off
beat the
my
crap
property?
out of
What
him.
the
I-
heck are you doing?
As I said, an enormous
He's a
hulking
giant.
beast.
That big of a guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
would have went out with a baseball
I think
bat.
dad's self-preservation instincts kicked in too.
Probably smart. And he's probably seen it before. So
And in that state of mind, he had no control over his emotions,
you
obviously.
had to hit him with a dart gun.
Yeah.
That's the only way you put him down.
The police handcuffed him. I know they threw him on the hood of the car.
Did it dent it?
I kind of feel like it would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did we get out of that story again? Oh, so we're going with Gerald Strawberry.
Yes.
So anyway, Strawberry went to rehab for 4 weeks, I think, something like that, came back. And I know he was on and off, as many are, even after rehab. The recidivism rate out of rehab is very high.
First couple of times, it's really got to be, I imagine.
It is. Even though you come out determined to go, things happen.
Yeah. Well, it's an addiction.
Yeah. But Strawberry eventually did get sober. I saw him do a number of interviews and the organization he was involved in.
Yep.
And I totally bought in.
I did too.
And I think he really has rehabilitated himself. Gooden has not.
Really?
No.
Still trouble? Still struggling with those demons?
Well, last I heard, he was broke and so forth. But Strawberry was too, I guess.
Yeah, Strawberry was, but that kind of people took him back in, took Strawberry back in. I think everybody wanted see him succeed and beat that.
Yeah.
I really do.
And so we had him on the air, and I had seen him do a couple of things in baseball games that I was attending.
Yeah.
That were pretty impressive. So we chit-chatted about that and stuff. And, you can sniff out a phony.
Yes.
He was genuine. So when he got that pardon from Trump,
I
was
feel
very
good,
happy
man.
for him. Yeah. Yeah.
It really
he
did make me
deserved
feel good.
Because Dwight Gooden didn't get one.
Nope.
And that's a guy you got to pray for him.
That's all you can do right now.
He's still, you can sometimes tell by the look whether somebody's really clean and sober or whether they're
struggling with the demons.
Still having issues.
Yeah. You can tell.
It is three.
It's, I will say this, and because people, and I know you guys run across it too. I can't stand when somebody tries to fool me that they're sober up and they're sitting there talking to you. You can smell the liquor on their breath. You can.
Yeah.
I just can't stand that.
That's the worst
It is.
insult.
It
like,
is.
It's so disrespectful. I can't deal with
It
that.
is. It really is.
We're at 3:25. We're going to take our first break here. Our friend Chris is outside.
Okay.
So we'll bring him in. That should be fun. Any major news that we have missed so far? I love the fact that Ilhan Omar, another member,
gone.
another member of the
Death to America!
Except for Joey.
Yeah. She owes $50,000 in student loan debt and she's in default.
Wow.
And we know she's got money.
Right. What is that?
How? Okay. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of jobs I've had to apply for in the last 10, 15 years of my life, they did credit checks on us.
Mm-hmm.
They did those kind of things.
Yeah.
You can't tell me no background check was done on this woman. And they said, hey, she hadn't made her student loan debts in how long, but we're just going to let this go.
Right.
You can't keep doing that.
That ideology, that political ideology, being an Islamist, is not compatible with the United States.
It's not.
They want to build communities here. They've done it in Dearborn and other places where they have Sharia law. No, that cannot be allowed to happen.
It's more than a religion.
There is no other. The freedom of religion does not include overriding the Constitution.
No, nor does.
And they need to address that quickly.
If we were to go anywhere else in the world, there's no freedom of religion. You can be who you want to be, but many countries, you celebrate Christianity, you're gone.
You're already hearing the calls to prayer 5 times a day in Minneapolis. You're going to be hearing them in New York.
Yeah. How are you going to like that in New York? Can you imagine in New York?
And where are the people that are always pounding the Wailing Wall? No religious pun intended. That where's the separation of church and state? Why should everybody else have to hear your call to prayer?
I agree 1,000%. As someone that used to live in a Muslim country and did hear that 5 times a day.
And we can't be afraid to address this, or guess what? We'll all be living under Sharia law. Maybe not in the next couple of years, but soon enough.
We'll be just like England.
England is on the precipice of.
And that was going to be us, folks.
Yeah.
Like it or not, that was going to be us.
All right, let's go get Chris in, and he'll join us. In the meantime, the place that's been bringing beautiful flooring within reach of everyone for over half a century is Georgia Floors Direct on the Boulevard. Launched by Mr. Dick McAdam over half a century ago, a visionary guy, because he knew the city of Montgomery would be growing to the east. So he picked a place on what was like cow pasture land near what is now the bypass and said, this will be in the middle of everywhere soon enough. And also in the center of the river region. People come from not only the river region, but 7 other states to do business there. Because they have the biggest selection, 30,000 square feet of all types and styles of flooring. The greatest customer service year after year, voted by consumers as best flooring in the river region. This is what they do. And that's people who have spent money saying, this was the best experience I had. And they never take it for granted. They never rest on their laurels. They're always earning it. Dustin, Jonathan, Q, Steve, Andy, Matt, great group over there. Tell them what budget you have to work with, what you're looking to accomplish, and they'll find a way to make it happen. They also do marble and granite kitchen countertops and window coverings as well. So 3 great ways to improve your home at one destination. Georgia Floors Direct on the Boulevard across from Lowe's. Been around since 1969. Here's Skipper at 3:30.
Well, most of our earlier accidents have cleared. However, we have one now on Highway 14 near Luke Pascal Road. This is going to be near Claude Road on 14. A very bad accident, overturned vehicle, injuries. There are first responders on the scene right now. We've also got a disabled vehicle, Perry Hill Road at Vaughn Road. A myriad of minor accidents all over the city. Most are in parking lots or out of the way. Traffic is very busy this afternoon. Please slow down, buckle up. We will keep you updated. At McKinnon Toyota, trade in any non-Toyota pickup on a Tundra or Tacoma and get an extra $1,000 off. It is worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. I'm with J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A Montgomery man has been sentenced to 30 years for his role in a shootout that resulted in a woman's death in 2020. The incident happened on December 17th in the 5600 block of Carmichael Road, where Stevie Coleman shot a man who allegedly owed him money for drugs. Stephanie Hale was killed in the crossfire of the resulting shootout. Montgomery police have announced the death of a pedestrian who was struck by a vehicle and later died. 57-year-old Jonathan Young was hit by a car on Eastern Boulevard at Carmichael Road on the morning of September 8th. Young later died at an area hospital on September 25th. The information was delayed while police awaited a forensic analysis identification. The city of Montgomery is planning a day of activities in tribute to military veterans on November 11th. The Veterans Day Parade will begin at 10 a.m. featuring military units, high school bands, and local veterans groups marching down Dexter Avenue. Following the parade, the community is invited to Riverwalk Stadium for a Veterans Resource Fair. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Clogged drain? Overflowing septic? Don't panic. Call the experts who've been solving plumbing problems in the river region for more than 50 years. The Tierce family's local Roto-Rooter team specializes in fast drain cleaning, septic repair, and installation. One call and your troubles are on their way down the drain. That's 272-7130 or visit rotorooteralabama.com. Roto-Rooter, always here when you need us.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, y'all, Lewis at the Capitol Oyster Bar. We're located over here on the beautiful Alabama River. I know it's Thanksgiving's rolling in here, and it's soon to be Thanksgiving. And I want to jump right into some people I'm thankful that helped us get started in the restaurant. We're fixing to have our 29th anniversary soon. And a couple of Johns that have been in my life for the last 29 years. I'd like to acknowledge one John McCall. John just retired like all of us want to do and went off into the sunset with his pretty young lady. And so I want to appreciate John, y'all. He helped us about the first 6 months we were in the restaurant business. He came down there, helped us get set up. And our gumbo recipe came from John McCall. So anytime we have gumbo and cook a pot of gumbo, I can remember my kindness from John McCall. And then Johnny Sullivan. That's a kind fellow, too. He helped us get started also. So I just want to acknowledge those fellas and appreciate y'all coming out and joining us. Don't forget, CapitolOysterBar.com. You'll see everything. Go to our Facebook page. You'll see what's going on. You're down here soon. Come hungry, y'all.
Protect your home and auto by bundling them with Progressive, and you'll have a little less to worry about. But we know you'll find other things to worry about. Like that text you just got from your boss. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Oh, hey, call me when you get a sec. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, well, at least you protected your home and auto with Progressive, so you don't have to worry about that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hello there, this is Dr. Sam, account executive with Blue Water Broadcasting. Why should you advertise with us? Frequency sells. The more ads you can get on the air, the better the chance it'll make an impact. Radio allows advertisers an inexpensive way to get their voice heard over and over again. Contact me, Dr. Sam, by going to BlueWaterBroadcasting.com to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The risk of scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue in the forecast well into the evening and nighttime hours tonight. Not as cool tonight. Overnight low temperature down to about 63. I think Saturday's high temperature will be in the upper 70s to near 80. Cloudy in the morning, sunshine later. Sunday, the first stage of cooler air with a high of 69. Then the Arctic front brings in much colder air Sunday night into Monday. 35 by Monday morning, but the high on Monday only in the upper 40s and mid-20s by Veterans Day dawn. Get ready, winter is coming. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Come and listen to a story about a millionaire New York tycoon who hates the city's mayor. Thinks Mom Donnie's a socialistic nut, so he packed up his place and moved to Florida. Golf, that is. Sunshine, no state tax. Next thing you know, New York is really poor. Millionaires don't live there anymore. But at least the rent's gonna be cheap when the rich people move and all the money leaves. Relocate, that is. Miami, the Villages. The Manhattan Millionaires.
How about Cemetery Village, Sonny? It is 3:36 on News Talk 93.1 FM. The best voice in the studio has just arrived. His name is Chris Pauk. I told the story about how I met you, and it's great to have you in the studio finally.
It's great to be here, Greg. Thank you.
Love to know, have you tell your story to listeners. I saw Chris in a play at Cloverdale Playhouse. He literally, when he entered this play within a play, took command of the whole room. And I was very, very impressed. Enjoyed the play.
You're too kind.
Oh, I don't think so. And then miracle to miracle, like 2 days later, I think we saw him on a Thursday. Rich was doing his football thing, and there's Chris. And I was so happy to meet you.
That's right.
And to hear some of the stories you have to tell. But let's go back. Where are you from originally?
I grew up here.
Cool.
I grew up here in Montgomery. Actually spent my childhood in a little town, Union Springs, Alabama, and I grew up here in Montgomery. Went to high school here. Went to junior high school here. Then went to Auburn. Didn't finish. Was a theater major. Moved to New York. Do a play. It didn't get produced. And so New York kind of chewed me up, and I moved back. And then I moved back to New York, and then I was there for total of about 11 years.
I think you and I have something in common, and that is if you're gonna pick a field like acting or radio or any of them, you have to keep at it. You got to deal with hearing no more than yes, and but you love it enough to where you're willing to endure all of that to get where you want to go. Tell us about some of your career highlights.
Well, I'll tell you, just on that point, you make that decision whether you're going to do this or not. I mean, you're going to try to make something out of nothing, and this career that everybody says is impossible, and everything's stacked up against you. So there's a time where you decide, all right, I'm going to try it. And then in my case, I went to New York because I had the theater roots and everything like that. But I would do anything, of course. But that I went to New York, and then you're surrounded by a lot of people from all over the world that have made this choice. There are 1 million actors in New York.
Yeah,
well, there were in the 90s, and working just means you're working. You know what I'm saying? You would touch base with people that were starring on this TV show or starring in this soap opera or so and so on Broadway, and these people were just around you. It was never like really people never looked down on anybody because maybe they're doing a play for free or something like that. But your career just kind of it starts small, and you get what you can get, and then maybe one day you get one, with this, and this leads to another, and you might miss that opportunity. You may wait another 8 months. So in my case, I started working probably at about 24. I guess I was an actor from when I was a little boy, like 5 years old, all the way. I was doing plays my entire life and majored in theater and moved to New York. And I got my first show, I guess I was probably about 24 years old, and started just working in that theater. And then I got a commercial or two. I had a commercial agent. This is kind of funny. So I was with SEM&M, which is a huge commercial agency, like one of the biggest there was, and they send you out on so many auditions. Well, your talent agent, they're all stingy. They want their bigger stars to go out rather than, little old me. And so, but these guys, it was immediate. So there was like a year of my life where I could watch television, and every commercial that came on, oh, I read for that. Oh yeah, I read for that. It was just hundreds of commercials I didn't get, I was like, I know all the words to this. I know the script.
We have a special guest on the phone.
Rich Thomas.
Here he is.
What's up, Rich?
Hey, so
on your birthday
Chris,
eve.
Hi, I'm thrilled to that you are on the air with us, and
as are we.
And I'm also thrilled that Greg, you met Chris, because he's a good friend, and we go back a lot of years. So I know we're early in this conversation. You guys just started talking, and we're going to hear more and more about Chris's career, incredible career,
Yeah, right. Okay.
including television shows. Television shows that anyway, but we we go back a long time, and there is something that Chris and I do, that you and I do, Greg, and that's lines from movies.
It's obnoxious.
Chris and I are always doing lines from movies, just like you and I do, Greg, and that's one thing. And the other thing is that may not even be covered today. You're going to be talking about his acting career and all of his, that incredible legacy. But also, this guy is a famous chef.
That's a whole nother book.
Famous chef.
Famous.
He's worked at.
May not be the right word.
Should I show him the picture of the Reuben I made for you this morning?
My favorite sandwich.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's worked at.
I'm looking at it right now.
Not just some cheesy locations. He's worked at some really incredible restaurants, and his culinary career is not a bigger deal than his acting career, but he is very famous in that. And I am thrilled to know him, and we go back just so many years. So I'm going to let you guys talk about that, but I just wanted to say hello and tell you how much I am thrilled that my friend Chris Balk is on the air right now.
Thanks for all the super support there, Rich.
How did you two guys cross paths?
We have a mutual friend who's listening.
Oh, well, that's often how it happens. I know you're
our
talking
buddy
about.
Jeff Esco is
Jeff.
listening, and that's how I met Chris. As a matter of fact, Jeff and Chris had a restaurant together.
Yes, we owned a restaurant
down on the Alabama Gulf Coast, and then Hurricane Ivan decided to take that restaurant.
All week we were calling Rich, like, all right, seriously, how big of a deal is this? Rich probably inundated with serious phone calls. I was worried about my restaurant. But it took a direct hit, if anybody's wondering.
Oh, it sure did. It sure did.
The Sandbar and Grill. We died young and left a good-looking corpse.
Well, I'm thrilled to know you. I'm going to put the phone down now and listen to you guys talk about and Greg. I'm glad that you have him on the air right now.
You having fun with your birthday yet, buddy?
Oh my gosh! I don't know what.
Hell
to say
yeah!
about it, except
we're out of time. As Rich Thomas himself would say,
"Boy, look at the time."
Yeah, we'll not go into details, but it's a electronic gadget, and it does pretty amazing stuff.
Yes, it does.
It does not come from the 24-hour store.
We get updates in the morning from William B. on the traffic in and out of that super center there on Highway 31. Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I'm glad
All
you
right,
called
you
in to
guys
say hi. Have a
continue.
great afternoon.
We'll see you later.
All right.
I'll let you later, Rich.
We got to take a break here. Chris Palk is our guest, and if there's big news, we'll hit it. I am talked out on the rest of the Shinola, including the shutdown. If that should somehow miraculously end, you'll hear it here first. I can promise you that. Chris, this woman sitting next to you is not only one of the great career discoveries as an addition to a show, but she also is a businesswoman, has a place in Prattville called AMS Studios.
Yes.
So if you're ever in need of self-improvement in any number of different ways, hey, she's helped me. And she's got all kinds of incredible state-of-the-art technologies for treatments for skin issues, just pampering services like massage therapy, facials. Yeah, there's no way you can walk into this building and not walk out feeling better. And also a great place to find gift certificates. Visit the website, ams-studios.com, and you got plenty of time now through the rest of the afternoon to call 730-1268 and consult or ask questions on the various services. Anything you want to?
I did decide today that for gift certificate season again, I'm going to do the stuffed stockings with gift certificate purchases over $100.
Excellent.
Yeah. Everybody loved that last year.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a client text me today and I was like, yeah, you know what? I am.
Good idea.
Yep. They were a big hit.
And we'll talk a little bit more about AMS Studios in Prattville at 119 East Main because the movie Maven's going to join us at 5:35. AMS Studio sponsoring.
Traffic is brought to you by Dillon Rings. Dillon Rings has great watches and beautiful rings. Or have Josh design a piece of jewelry for you. Shop Dillon Rings now at 119 Brown Springs Road. And check them out on Facebook.
Well, we have some accidents going on. Highway 14 near Luke Pascal Road, which is near Claude Road. We have an overturned vehicle, injuries there. Highway 14 at Coosa River Parkway. They have those vehicles kind of off the roadway there at the intersection, but a big police presence. Please slow down. Watch out for folks walking around. Highway 31 at Hyundai Boulevard. A few minutes ago, we were told it is shut down from Wasden Road up to Hyundai Boulevard due to a bad accident there. And West-South Boulevard at Davenport Drive, that's near the Zoom Zoom Car Wash, got an accident there. Very busy, nasty driving conditions. Please slow down, buckle up, keep it here for updates. Invisible Fence gives your pet the freedom to enjoy your yard and home without leashes or limitations. Call Vicky at Invisible Fence, 265-2585. I'm Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. What is a smart way to buy a house in today's market? Now is a good time to buy since we now have a more balanced market than we've had in years. Here are the steps. First step, get pre-qualified with an experienced local lender. It costs you nothing to find out firsthand whether you can qualify for a home and how much that home loan will cost. Second step, hire a local realtor with lots of experience that can guide you, advise you, and be your advocate. We call those buyer agents. Third step, decide what your wants and needs have to be. Bedrooms, baths, floor plan, location, and school zones. Fourth, ask your realtor to line up homes that fit your price category and your location needs. Fifth, start actually looking inside these homes and see what is available and the cost of each property. For all of this information and step-by-step approach, call Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group at 221-2883 or 551-0225.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better Business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
New CBS Tonight.
Please get out of the way!
Detective Danny Reagan from Blue Bloods in a new city.
Trouble follows you, huh?
Only in Boston. With a new partner.
Danny, you have a reputation.
Yeah, for getting things done. Johnny Wahlberg. Sometimes dotting I's and crossing T's has to come second to right and wrong. Sonequa Martin Green.
It would be a problem if he wasn't right so often.
The new CBS original Boston Blue.
Ready to run it back, Brooklyn?
Try and stop me, Beantown.
Boston Blue tonight at 9 p.m. on WAKA. An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
And if you're watching on YouTube, it's Happy Hour with Greg and Pamela. And do we have a camera on Chris?
You know what? I can fix that, I think.
We want to show everybody this handsome guest who we hope will be
More this way.
able to join us from time to
That's
time.
Good.
Good.
When it pops back, it should. Nope, you went too far.
Too far?
Uh-huh.
Chris is an
That looks
actor who's had some.
Rough. It's okay. That's good.
Does it work?
You didn't break the camera, did you? I thought you were an actor.
Yeah,
I
I
found out you
No,
break
no,
the
no,
camera.
he's
trying
looking
to find my life.
Looking good. We do a thing on Friday afternoons called the Big Snack Commission, where we sacrifice ourselves to try various types of foods and treats and things like that, so we can tell our listeners with authority whether we recommend or not recommend something. And wow, what a great smell in the studio.
Yes, it is.
Garlic bites from Domino's.
Domino's.
Domino's, yes.
Yeah.
You want to be sophisticated.
Right.
So I brought in the hard stuff to enjoy those with. I've got to have
That
some
sounds good.
Diet Coke.
Mhm.
You've done commercials. Anyone in particular that we might remember?
My commercial history is pretty rough. The I did a Bud Light commercial.
Oh,
one time.
nice.
Oh, that sounds great. And if you remember, there was a time where there was a chicken, and it was like shooting pool balls.
Yes.
There's a chicken who's laying eggs. Instead of laying eggs, he was laying a pool. Well, they did one on golf the same way.
Okay.
Instead of laying an egg, he was shooting a golf ball. And we were shooting in Staten Island, and we had to get on this thing. It was like 4-day shoot for this thing for a commercial. And it was hot, and it was like 10, 12 hours a day, and it was crazy. And I had like one line. It was like, "Go chicken!" It was ridiculous. And we were all dressed up. It was ridiculous. And so on the call sheet for this commercial, it's like all union terms when you first get to a set, and it's like, who's going to be doing what when. So we look at this ridiculous schedule, breakfast and this, and there's like 20 people in this commercial. And because it's during a golf tournament. And so it's at the 3:00 point, it says chicken wrangler. And so a wrangler in the union business means anybody that handles an animal.
Right.
You have cricket wranglers or whatever, So we were like, chicken wrangler. All right. So like I said, we were a gang of people, and there were the stars of the commercial, and there were the rest of us that were just, and it was about 100 degrees. We're sitting over there, and in the shade, because they're setting up cameras in the middle of the golf course. And we're all just staring, sweating, and everything like that. And all of a sudden, we see this '84 Chevrolet Celebrity station wagon, like in a movie, come running over the golf course, through the fairway. We're like that. That's got to be the chicken wrangler. There's no doubt. And so he opens this thing. He has like 10 cages of chickens in the back of this Chevrolet Celebrity, station wagon. And so they pull them all out and they start doing them one by one. And the whole crew is in the middle of the fairway. And they have this netting like they have in New York City, like when there's construction, an orange mesh thing. And they got that on both to make this chicken walk 8 feet straight. And they couldn't do it. And they were scared.
Oh, wow.
You had all the production assistants were all behind the camera making crazy, kind of noises and all that. And then they brought another chicken in there. And we're just melting in the heat watching this go on.
Oh.
And long story short, they snapped their fingers and that chicken snapped his head up and did Robert De Niro right to the middle of the camera and everybody went crazy. We scored a touchdown, So after all that's being done, the commercial never aired in the United States. So
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Is there good money in the commercial business? And the reason I asked, I did a commercial with Hyundai. I worked there, so they came and got us. We did Super Bowl commercial. Well, in 2 days, I made like $2,200.
Yeah. And
it might have been 10 minutes worth of work in those 2 days.
If it runs forever, you get residuals. I mean, especially
residuals.
Yeah.
I got to talk to my agent.
I remember.
But if you did a Super Bowl commercial, I mean,
oh yeah, that's
running
big
during
time,
the
big
Super
time.
Bowl.
It is big
and
time.
they pay a lot to make them. So
Yeah, I know.
money.
It was, but the craziest thing was, and first time I ever been any part of that kind of production, the food. Every 10 minutes there was new food coming in.
Craft services, they earn their keep.
That alone would make me want to join the business. I mean, every 10 minutes there was food coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do a
Unions
pretty
and
good
things
job
like
of that.
Yeah.
We had my boss in South Florida when he was starting out down there. This is the late 60s. And I'm growing up watching this spot on TV for a product called New Finish. Space age polymer formula. And they showed pictures of crappy looking cars. That
And
suddenly
you
looked
finished.
brand
I
new.
remember that stuff.
Came in an orange bottle. They may still be selling it, but they did their first spot with him and it ran for 36 years. 36 years. He was getting checks from those people that entire time for the residuals.
Yeah, it was
national.
worldwide and things like that.
Yeah.
Checks, from overseas.
My big commercial break came. Ford was doing a national campaign where they were going, but they were doing different spots in each market where they would get the top 3 or 4 morning people into one of their cars. And all I had to do was show up, pretend I was tuning in the radio. You'd hear a little bit of yourself. They edited that in, say, hey, this guy's good. Problem was, this is when I was drinking. And I get down there and I am just hungover like hell, look like hell. They put a ton of makeup on me, and it's in Coconut Grove in like June or July. So it's like,
You're melting.
woo, I'm melting.
Yeah.
They had to actually put a fan on me to get me through this. It looked okay in the end product, but and then we had to sign a Screen Actors Guild waiver thing. You could do that once.
Then you got to join.
Then you got to join.
Yes.
Oh, we had to sign some stuff too. So
That was a funny thing. Like when you're young actors, people say, "Oh, are you union?" And if you're like 21 years old, you just moved. I'm not sure if I'm union eligible or not. Yes, you are, because when I became union was on soap operas and just day player parts, and it was the mid 90s. It was during the OJ situation, so a lot of them didn't air. My mom has videotapes of OJ while watching.
You?
Yeah, right. And, but it was like the first one. You're good. You don't have to be. It was AFTRA back then, American Federation Television
I'm
Radio Artists.
a member of that, but inactive.
I got you. Yep, yeah, me too. And
3 years vested with them.
But they come in there with a lasso. The next time, I don't know how they know, but they know if you're going on again, you got to bring them. They didn't take credit cards back then, and
you got to pay then.
You had to pay cash right there. So it'd be best if you take care of that before you get to the studio and have your card. And when I finally turned SAG, it was so anticlimactic. It's something you're waiting for your whole life, and they're like, "That'll be $1,300." I throw their plastic card underneath it. I'm like, "Oh, thanks." You're the only one that cares at all. So, but it was important. And it was a big time. And getting to that point, I always wanted to tell people is that, acting is something that everybody in every part of the world does. I mean, it's just something in human nature. And just because you're in Los Angeles or you're in New York or you're in London, the talent is in every town. I mean, I grew up in this town, which was heavy into theater in the 70s and 80s. It was lots of things. And then Alabama Shakespeare Festival came. So, but the talent here still to this day is just as good as anybody. It's just where they are. And the options maybe you have more in those cities. But the work is just as hard, and the professionalism is just as good as it is, when you hit the big time. It really is. So I just want everybody to know that it's so much top notch going on in this town. We're very fortunate.
We're going to pause here, but you got to tell us a story about some of the TV shows you were in.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Short stories, but okay.
Ask some nosy questions.
Yep.
Let me ask you this out of the box before we go to the break.
Yes.
Were you ever a body in an episode of Law and Order?
No.
Okay.
Do I know some? Yes. I mean,
some people that were dead bodies on Law and Order actually went on to have
seen them on other stuff.
Yeah.
It's extra work. So, back in the day, you walk around Manhattan and there you see almost every day them shooting Law and Order. I mean, they're all over the city.
Or any one of the other Law and Order franchises, like 5 now, right?
Yeah. Back then it was just Law and Order because NYPD Blue, ironically, did not shoot in New York.
I heard
they
that.
only shot bookends in New York, so it was only second unit production that was showing buildings and traffic and things like that. But all
that was
the
my
sets
favorite
were
TV show.
It was great.
The early, especially with Jimmy Smits, and
it was a fantastic show. Yeah.
All right, we're at 4 o'clock already. Holy moly, am I falling behind here? But we're having a good time, right?
Mhm.
Have some garlic bites.
Oh yeah,
This is better than movie popcorn.
I'm gonna put some more on my plate. I skipped lunch, so.
I mean, I'm literally rubbing these in the collective garlic juice at the bottom.
Well, that's what that's for, though. That's you can get the dry ones on top, but if you want to add a little juice, you go to the bottom.
Nobody's going to want to kiss me for the rest of the weekend, but that's okay. You can deal with it.
I thought about kissing you a while ago.
Before we I saw your bumper stickers, pal. Which we will not discuss.
I came in here and asked him what is going on out there.
That's Eddie, Mr. Mischief. We'll be back with Chris Paulk, our guest, in just a moment. Traffic ahead, Salem Radio Network News, Rich's forecast. But there are guys that are dreading the weekend because they are going through a situation with a fear of intimacy because of ED issues. And that's crazy because there are solutions to that. Everybody knows about pills. And for some they work, for some they don't, or they work for a while and don't. Everything can impact that aspect of a man's life, but doing nothing is the only shame involved in all of it. Montgomery Men's Health has helped thousands of guys make the adjustments, correct situations, come up with solutions for ED, PE, and everything else that can plague a guy's sexual health. Things that you don't see widely advertised on TV. You may not even read about them, but they are available there, all FDA approved, and they work. So it starts with a $99 test on the testosterone level. And if it's not where it needs to be, here's the great news. They can fix that and fix that very quickly. That obesity, leading cause of ED. But some guys have tried to lose weight, exercise, gotten no results. That could be low T. So it impacts everything, including sleep. So it's absolutely worth the money and the time to make the call and get a fix and talk to them about any other issues you may be dealing with at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. It's great staff there. I'm going to be stopping by there Wednesday, see what's new in the world of health, and hope to get one of the staff on the air with us someday because there's so much news. It's just something you shouldn't be afraid of approaching. Like I said, the only shame is doing nothing. Look for more information at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Traffic is brought to you by Chad's AC Direct.
Call Dad. No, Ella, call Chad.
Call Chad's AC Direct today for the best option with your heating and air.
Garlic is good for that, isn't it?
Not that.
Okay, Rich.
Well, here are our latest accidents. Highway 14 at Luke Pascal Road, which is near Claude Road. We have an overturned vehicle there. Highway 31 at Hyundai Boulevard. They had that shut down earlier. possibly still shut down at this time from Wasden Road up to Hyundai Boulevard due to a bad accident there. West-South Boulevard at Davenport Drive near Zoom Zoom Car Wash got an accident there. And East-South Boulevard at South Court Street, there are injuries involved in that one. Watch out for emergency vehicles. Buckle up and keep it here for traffic updates. High school students get a head start on college with dual enrollment at Trenton State. Over 400 students are taking advantage of this program. Registration going on now for spring 2026. Go to trentomstate.edu/dual enrollment for more information. Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun, ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
The government shutdown has put a lot of people in a tight spot, having to pinch pennies. Pizza Perfect is going to do its part to help everyone save some money. In November, they're going to continue to charge only $10 for their all-you-can-eat buffet. Enjoy pizza, spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $10 in November. At that price, you can save some money to buy some Christmas gifts. Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook. Available for pickup and delivery.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Travelocity presents The Roaming Gnome, traveling during the government shutdown.
If you're wondering why there's so many people in the terminal, it's because there's no one in the control tower. Just pay them already!
The Roaming Gnome can help you understand why your travel plans have been disrupted.
Yes, it used to be that flights were delayed because of things like poor weather. Now it's because of things like healthcare subsidies.
But don't worry, the Roaming Gnome knows exactly how to get you where you're going.
Try this travel hack. Walk straight past the airline counter and straight to the car rental counter and just drive there instead.
Travelocity. Don't let the government shut down your travel plans.
If worst comes to worst, just fly private like a cabinet member.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. As the federal government shutdown drags on, millions more Americans today being impacted as airlines are canceling many flights nationwide. That's due to staffing shortages, and that's on top of countless others struggling with funding cuts for food stamps and other programs with no end in sight. Democrats in the Senate today proposed something of a compromise, saying that they would vote to reopen the government at the exact same time that the Republicans voted along with it to extend the Obamacare subsidies, which has been a point of debate. Those subsidies in this case would be extended by just 1 year, not permanently, as the Democrats had been seeking. The idea is not expected to go far. The unemployment rate is low. The economy is still growing, but those out of work face the slowest pace of hiring still in more than 10 years. It was a mixed bag at the close on Wall Street. The Dow up 74 points. The S&P 500 up by 8. This is SRN News.
Even with a ceasefire now in place, the people of Israel continue to pray for healing from the deep wounds of terrorism and war, pain that touches every person in the Holy Land. But the journey to healing and restoration has only just begun, and it's far from over. Never has the bridge between Christians and Jews been tested as it is now, and ever since October 7th. But after 2 years of prayer and tangible acts of love, that bridge stands stronger than ever before. God is miraculously fulfilling his plan to unite Christians Christians and Jews for his divine purpose. These are prophetic times. I believe that. And together with the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, we can take part. United, we can do the holy work of providing food for the hungry, care for the elderly, and healing for the wounded. Your prayers and support help restore hope and strength throughout Israel. Let us answer this call together and be a light in the darkness. If you want to learn more, visit ifcj.org. That's ifcj.org.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The risk of scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue in the forecast well into the evening and nighttime hours tonight. Not as cool tonight. Overnight low temperature down to about 63. I think Saturday's high temperature will be in the upper 70s to near 80. Cloudy in the morning, sunshine later. Sunday, the first stage of cooler air with a high of 69. Then the Arctic front brings in much colder air Sunday night into Monday. 35 by Monday morning, but the high on Monday only in the upper 40s and mid-20s by Veterans Day dawn. Get ready, winter is coming. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
At CB&S Bank, we've been meeting the needs of our customers since 1906. Need help setting up new business goals? Our line of commercial loans can help you achieve them. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Visit Rich's Car Wash today and save money this year by joining their Unlimited Wash Club. A new year means new adventures, so keep your ride clean, dry, and shiny. Enjoy detailing perks included with your wash like towels, mat cleaners, air fresheners, and more. Get to Rich's Car Wash today or visit them online at richescarwash.com to sign up for their Unlimited Wash Club.
If you think the only job at a broadcast station is in front of a microphone, you're missing some great career opportunities, including advertising sales, promotions, news, business administration, engineering, and more. Learn about these broadcast careers by visiting the Alabama Broadcasters Association's virtual job fair November 3rd through November 7th at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. You'll find information about great jobs across the state, as well as specific positions here at Blue Water Broadcasting at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. Live, local talk, the River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Do a quickie for Eddie Bader.
I like a real big cinnamon roll. I could be happy with a hot cup of joe and a cinnamon roll. The cinnamon and frosting is what I crave. I like to warm it up in the microwave, my cinnamon roll.
That with about 4 ounces of butter melting into the crevices of the cinnamon.
But of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't forget the cream cheese icing.
Our very special guest today, Chris Pauk. We hope this is the first of many times you'll come and visit us.
Of course, of course.
Actor and somebody I first saw in a play at the I want to call it Coconut Grove because I went to the Coconut Grove Playhouse in Miami from time to time.
Cloverdale.
Cloverdale is the place.
Cloverdale Playhouse.
What was the name of that show?
The show you saw me in?
Yes.
I think it was Noises Off.
Yes.
Where I was the director. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. We were all British.
Yeah.
For a long time. Yes.
He was excellent. And then 2 days later, I met him. You got to come on the radio. We need people like you to stop and visit with us and hang out in the studio.
That's a crazy show. I'm sure a lot of
Yeah.
your listeners have probably seen it. It's been going on since the late 70s, and when I think it was on Broadway.
Slapsticky, but really well coordinated.
The movie is just like the play, and the movie's got full of the movie's full of stars. Christopher Reeve.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's in Carol Burnett. It's an insane.
Somehow I missed that there was a movie of that show.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah. Silly.
We've been talking about living the dream, living and working in New York, going on casting calls and things like that. In Layman Story Time,
Friyay.
I was dating this woman named Debbie Gregory,
Okay.
who was working in local TV at the time, just gorgeous. And one day, we worked out better as friends.
Yep.
And we still are friends, by the way.
That's good.
I can show you pictures later.
Thank you.
She told me one day, I'm moving to LA and I'm going to get into acting out there. Now, there's millions of people that have moved to LA to get into acting.
That's a good number.
But she certainly was as beautiful as anybody trying to be an actress out there. And she was super smart, very clever, funny. And I get a call from her and she said, you'll be able to watch me on, I think it was CBS. I'm part of a new show with John Ritter called Hearts of Fire.
Hearts of Fire.
She became very close friends with Paula Abdul. And she told me, amazing, how down to earth Paula Abdul was, because Debbie was not full of herself. She was.
I have a hard time believing that about Paula Abdul, though.
Yeah. Well, there's the stage, Paula Abdul, and then the one that's off the air, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right.
One night I'm watching TV, and there's this beer commercial that comes on. It was Budweiser being shot on the beach.
No chicken in that Budweiser. Okay.
No, there were no chickens in this commercial. A lot of sand. And there she is. I mean, a nice hit, national TV spot. There was some celebrity, a football player or somebody else in it. I don't remember much of the details there, but I was super impressed that she at least got to that point.
How long do you think it took her to get there after she left?
A couple of years.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Hearts of Fire did not succeed as a TV show, but she had a regular role, a credited role on the show as the ditzy secretary to John Ritter. Anyway, about a year or so later, I get a call from her. She says, I'm back in town. I said, let's get together. Let's go have dinner or something. She said, great. I said, when do you have to go back to California? She says, I'm not going back. And I said, what's up? Getting married? It turned out that for all the woke BS and all the lecturing we get from Hollywood on how we should all behave, the casting couch was very much alive.
No doubt.
And she was offered role after role if she slept with the director or producer.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, it's disgusting. I hate these people. They're sickening. And I've had enough. And I'm not going to do that.
Good.
I was so proud of her. I mean, she just walked away from potentially some career-making type stuff. And but she had the experience. But do you believe that that system for women, especially trying to get into Hollywood, that or anywhere?
I mean, we've all read the same thing. I'm sure. I'm saying it's been going on since mankind.
Yeah.
So in New York, New York's a harder town. There's not a lot of. I didn't spend any time in Los Angeles, but I have a lot of friends that spend, and they're just polar opposites when it comes to just in the business, the business of theater and kind of hard knocks in New York and kind of grungy and in LA, everything's, perfect teeth and and there comes this time where your agent says, okay, it's time to go to LA. And that happened to a lot of my friends. Didn't happen to me. because I started going bald when I was about 22. But it was if you're as they used to call them, a Prel guy, you had that matinee look. They're just going to send you right to Los Angeles. I mean, and way to go. And I have friends that flat out made it. I mean, it's incredible, and it's a world I really don't know anything about. I really can only speak on behalf, of the New York scene. But LA was where you were going to make some money. If you ever got the nod to go out there and try for pilot season, pilot season, you got 100 pilots that everybody casts for, and everybody gets all happy, and they're only going to pick like 4. So I used to hear the horror stories about that all the time. But again, it was a world that I just really didn't know much about.
Did you do any Broadway while you were?
I did off Broadway. Yes. I actually was I did several off Broadway shows, and it was on Broadway, but it wasn't quote unquote Broadway. Yeah, we did a pretty big one. It was called Club Hellfire, and it got popular because of of what it was about. It was about the backstage, if you will, the workings, the goings on of a 1970s S&M club. And that's what and so the subject matter sparked attention, and it was a pretty good show. And and the guy that was a co-writer of Old Calcutta, which was a big hit on Broadway in the 70s, he wrote this, and it was his debut and all this kind of stuff. He had written it like 20 years ago, and so it was, the whole thing was kind of nuts. I can't think of his name right now, but he was around during rehearsals and stuff, and but because of the subject matter, it became very popular, and I mean everybody saw it. It was like being on a hit show. It was crazy there for about 6 or 8 months. It was crazy, but that was.
I think we have some
fun.
audio from that show.
Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you.
See, you're more accurate than you might think.
Now you got cast into an episode of Homicide.
Yeah,
Life in the Streets.
Barry Levinson. I have to always throw that in there. He's the executive producer of that.
That's a big name.
Yeah, I'm right there with Robert Redford, and Tom Cruise, and Dustin Hoffman and the Rain Man. But no, I never met Barry Levinson on that. He was just the executive producer. But yeah, it was cool. I was actually doing a show, and somebody saw me, and the director saw me, and I got a call. It was kind of crazy. It was a little, fairy tale like, and I went to read. It was a part for a photographer at a country club, and he had a secret, and he was being blackmailed to murder people, and I was the poor sap that was that, and I got that role, and I was blackmailed to murder people at a country club as a photographer.
Did you get to work with the principal actors in the show?
Sure. He's passed now. What's
Andre Braugher?
Yes, Andre Braugher, and Kyle Secor was the other guy, and they were great. They were pros. I mean, they took it like, these TV shows. They just crammed. It was written, by the way, by Yaphet Kotto, who was on the show, and I didn't actually shake his hand, but I walked by him. Man, he's a giant. He was like, he's Hollywood gold, he's untouchable, and he looks like he does in the movies. He's a big giant guy. And but they would go and we would go, like, the place was a real police station that was abandoned.
Oh wow.
And so they just put sets in it, but you would think you're in a real police. It doesn't look like a set at all. And so we would just sit over there by the badges on the desks with like the old dirty, cop desk and all this kind of stuff with the coffee stains, and sit there and run lines before the thing. And, Yaphet's their friend. And they're like, what? Quit. Come on. What's your name? Come on. My name was, the guy I killed was named Remington Hill. They're like, what? So,
that's a name that deserves to die.
But yeah, it was fun. I shot for about 3 days on that, 3 or 4 days. But it was I was on the commercial.
What's it like
for the week? And all my friends called me from the commercial. I don't think any of them saw the show, but they all called me because they saw the commercial.
What was it like to be on a scheduled network TV show? To go at some point watch yourself in that?
I mean, you're nervous because everybody now knows, that you're on this, and you don't know what you look like. It's not like theater that you rehearse for 2 months, so you rehearse for 2 hours.
Goes in the can, and you don't see it
it's
again
it,
until
it's film is a director's medium where because they do what they want to with it. Whereas stage is an actor's medium. The director's not even there most of the nights, after you open. So, but you don't know what's going to happen. And back in those days, they had that kind of weird cinematography where they would triple the line, so that some of that was done on me. But it was the coolest thing about that is that if you ever saw, you do movies. Remember the movie Class with Rob Lowe and
yes, I remember that movie very well.
Principal, they played the big trick on the principal, and he ran. That's the guy killed on Homicide.
Really?
How about that?
Rimac Karamzi is his name. Yeah.
Wow. Can you stay for another segment?
I got one more segment in me. Yes, sir.
Good deal.
All right, we're going to get back to you as quickly as we can here at 425. Got to stop for a little traffic.
All right, we have some accidents. I-65 northbound, just past Cobbs Ford Road, about around mile marker 181. We've got 3 vehicles off on the right side of the roadway there, and we believe we may also have one off-road there on the right. Please use caution. Watch out for folks walking around. Also, West-South Boulevard at Davenport Drive have an accident there earlier. East-South Boulevard at South Court with injuries. Still on the scene there. And on Hyundai Boulevard at Highway 31, if you're traveling out towards Oak Hall, the southbound lanes are still shut down due to an earlier accident. We believe traffic's moving in the northbound lane. Please buckle up. Be safe. We'll keep you updated. At McKenna Nissan, they have over 100 used cars in stock, 0% financing up to 60 months on select models. It's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. I'm Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Buy now, pay later. With a holiday loan from ASC Credit Union, you can borrow what you need today and make no payments for 90 days. The holidays are coming fast. Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday steals, gifts, travel, and more. Don't let your budget hold you back from making this season magical. Shop stress-free and enjoy the holidays on your terms.
ASD Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASD.
Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey guys, this is Todd Clark with River Region Contracting, your premier roofing contractor in Central Alabama. So remember the name, River Region Contracting, for all your roofing needs. We're not affiliated with any other roofing company in the River Region. We've been in the roofing business since 2005. We don't have to buy our leads, and we don't have to knock on doors when the storms come around. We have thousands of satisfied customers throughout Central Alabama. So call us at 334-356-8635. That's 334-356-8635.
I'm Jim Smith with Adams Drugs. At Adams Drugs, we offer a wide variety of services, including delivery, compounding, wellness clinics, and immunizations. Now is the time to visit any Adams Drugs location and get your flu shot. Getting an annual flu shot can help prevent you from getting the flu, reduce the severity of symptoms if you get the flu, and prevent serious complications such as hospitalization and death. Getting your flu shot at Adams Drugs protects you from getting sick, but it also makes sure that those around you, especially those at high risk, remain safe. Each year, up to 49 million people in the U.S. contract the flu. Depending on the flu virus's severity, deaths as a result of flu complications could skyrocket to 79,000 people nationwide. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net for a location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
We're in our final segment with our guest sidekick today, actor Chris Pauck, who's got some great stories to tell. Thank you for sharing them with us this afternoon. But you got a Steve Buscemi story to tell us.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it wasn't actually working with him, but what we were talking about the last segment, doing Homicide.
Right.
He was actually the director for the next episode.
Oh, I see.
And so he used to be on that show. So he knew everybody. That show was only on for like 6 or 7 seasons. and I'm in season 6. I'm in the last season, so I guess he's coming back to to do his thing. So anyway, he's going to direct the next episode, and I keep hearing everybody that would come over and put makeup on me, everything, since they all knew him. He had gone off and done Reservoir Dogs, so now he's a big superstar now. So everybody's kind of poking fun without him there. They're like, "Is Mr. Pink on the set?" Everybody, Reservoir Dog talk, and he's like, haven't seen him ever. And finally, right before lunch, I heard Mr. Pink's on the set, and I was like, "Oh!" And I looked out there, and there he was. I was like, movie star, and he came up and he introduced himself to me. He goes, "Hey man, I'm out there watching you. Man, great job. I'm Steve." I'm like, "Dude, I'm such a fan." I was like, "My name's Chris." Yeah. And so we had lunch. We had spaghetti for lunch that day, and that's my big claim to fame with Steve Buscemi.
What kind of small talk does Steve Buscemi make? I'm curious.
I don't remember really. We talked about the business. Because he had just become famous, but he was like, "So you're out in New York." It was kind of just small talk about that kind of thing. His claim, his rise to fame was just out of the ordinary. He's still a fireman. He's still a fireman.
Really?
He was at 9/11.
He showed up
for every day of cleaning that thing for about a month.
Wow.
His father was a fireman. I think his grandfather was a fireman. So he's a tough cat. He's a little guy, but he could tell he's scrappy, and he's a heck of an actor.
My introduction to him was in Fargo.
Oh, before Dog? Okay.
Two odd people, actually. William H. Macy and Buscemi in that movie.
Macy's phenomenal.
Yeah, he is.
He is phenomenal.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Since we want to get you out of here in a timely fashion, because I would love you to stay till 6, but what's the one role you would love to have if you could, or what role in one movie would you love to be able to play?
Like that I might not be right for, even that I could just, if I could just go back in time and play one role.
Yeah, have a chance to sell yourself to a casting director,
Yeah, and
this is why I should do that part.
Right, and pretend that I would be as good as the person that actually played it. Let's say, but I would never get a role like this. But the ultimate role to me is Sonny Corleone. And The Godfather. I mean, it's, and the story goes that James Caan was upset at Coppola because he cut him out of the movie. Sonny's only in 4 or 5 scenes.
Yeah.
But that's what you go to that's who you remember when you the movie's over. I mean, Sonny, that part is just one of my favorite. I would, Cuckoo's Nest,
cool.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Well, thank you for stopping by to spend time with us.
Thank you, man.
Today.
Thanks for having me. No doubt.
Before you go, I have to tell you, one reason why I never took acting or even thought about it seriously is I cannot memorize lines. So next time you visit, maybe you can help us learn how to do that. I'm
starting to lose that talent. When I was young, I'll tell you one quick story. I'll never. This sounds ridiculous, but it's true. I was doing a show. I was doing All's Well That Ends Well, William Shakespeare. I was about 19. And I had the lead role, Bertram. And as a 19-year-old with a fresh brain, I don't know, I lost my script like over the first 5 days of rehearsal and managed to do that show with no script just because we all had great memory back then. I couldn't get you down the sidewalk and that thing right now, but I'll never forget me doing that. I was like, whatever.
And you did a lot of commercial work. I was offered and did do a couple of big radio.
We've seen a couple of yours, and you were really good at them, Greg.
But I hated. See, on the air, I can ad lib.
Right.
I can make mistakes and do whatever I do. I'm not the world's greatest announcer. I had a problem. I would start to crack up at nothing. And
that's
so not you.
I had
just getting the giggles.
And you got the ad agency guy there, and all these big shots, and the more of that type of presence there was, the harder it was for me to keep a straight face.
And once you get the giggles, they're hard to shake out.
They are very difficult to shake out.
No doubt about it.
Chris, thanks for stopping by, man.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks
Let
so
us know
much.
when you can come back and visit.
We'll do.
We'll drag you into this thing one way or another. It's 4:34 now, actually, on News Talk 93.1 FM. Looks like we have a little more rain coming in from the southwest to west. The big story, though, weather-wise, as Rich told us, is Monday. when we are going to go straight from fall to winter, at least for about 24 hours. If you have a personal,
just thinking about it.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
It's very frustrating.
I'm not ready for that. That's too soon.
They want me to winterize a boat and everything. We still got some summer left, right?
Technically, yes. I mean,
technically,
too much Diet Coke with the garlic bites. Oh man! Next time, Chris can teach us about breathing and lung coordination as it impacts the voice. Thanks, man.
Thank you. All right.
Life crisis. Suddenly, the rest of the world doesn't exist because you're caught in the middle of a situation. Could be a divorce, separation, and they can take control of you, and they can lead you in an emotional state to make bad decisions. So learn the lesson the first time. Turn it over. Give it to people that are qualified to navigate it legally, give you the right advice, and help you get to where you ultimately will be in one piece, so to speak. And that's Dana Delk and Jacqueline Tomlinson. They have helped thousands of clients here in the River region, done hundreds of cases in court, counseled and advised people not only in divorce and matters related, but adoption, blended families, and more. Legal leadership. It's not just knowledge of the law. It's somebody who can look at me in the eyes, analyze your situation, look at me in the eyes and say, here's the plan. This is where we're at right now. Here's where we're going to go, and here's how we're going to get there. So just come along for the ride. It takes all the pressure off you. Turn it over. Now, it may not be you that's having a situation, but you may run across somebody or know a family member or a friend that's got a crisis. Give them this number, 819-4810 for a consultation. 819-4810, or visit this website, the AlabamaFamilyLawyers.com, for Delk and Tomlinson, attorneys at law.
Representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Yeah, traffic with Skipper. There's a lot happening this Friday afternoon.
Well, we have had several accidents this afternoon. Please slow down, buckle up. We still have some issues. East South Boulevard at South Court, an accident. They're working there with injuries. Also, 65 northbound, just past Cobbs Ford Road at mile marker 181. 3 vehicles involved right there. They are off on the right. We may possibly have one off-road there as well. Folks are walking around. Watch out for them. And Highway 31, Hyundai Boulevard down to Wasden Road, the southbound lanes are still shut down from what we're hearing. Please use caution there. A bad accident that happened much earlier this afternoon. Hopefully they're about to get that one cleared. Keep it here. We will keep you updated. McKinnon Toyota has the largest stock of inventory ever, plus the lowest tax rates in Alabama. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. I'm Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
1819 News.
U.S. Senator Katie Britt calls the ongoing government shutdown an unprecedented obstruction by Senate Democrats. Britt spoke on Newsmax this week, saying she understands why President Trump is now urging Republican Senate leadership to remove the filibuster rule that requires 60 votes in order to pass the continuing resolution. But Senator Britt says the Senate Majority Leader John Thune does not have the necessary votes to do that.
The president made a very compelling case yesterday. It is clear why he is frustrated. We have unprecedented obstruction from Democrats, and he's had it since day one. If they want to put up every roadblock possible for him enacting his agenda. Look, Leader Thune has said that the votes are not there. So right now, what I am working on is another pathway forward. I have been working on appropriations bills starting last week. Let's get back to doing the work of the American people. Let's get some of these bills through and take these things off the table so Democrats can't use them as leverage moving forward.
I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Are you enjoying 1819 News? If so, consider joining 1819 News as a member. As a nonprofit news organization, we depend on the support of Alabamians like you. Memberships start out as little as $5 a month, and you'll get access to exclusive content only offered to our members. You'll be supporting independent journalism done by people who cherish Alabama values. Become a member today by visiting 1819news.com and clicking Become a Member. That's 1819news.com and click Become a Member today.
WIAT News is reporting on a Cahaba Heights man who had to be hospitalized for 6 weeks due to contracting the West Nile virus. Gus Cleary is now back home after having gone through rehab. The virus affected him so severely he was unable to walk. A total of 21 cases of the West Nile virus were found in Alabama this year. The virus is transmitted during the summer months by way of mosquito bites. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
Try Sinclair's East. Fine dining. Vaughn at Taylor. Planning a party? Try Sinclair's.
About 15 years ago, we took over the room downstairs from it, and it's a neat private room. It has its own separate entrance, has its own separate restroom. It can be one big room that'll seat up to about 60 people, or it's got a nice divider in it that we can split it up and have about 30, 35 on one side and 15 to 20 on the other side.
The party food options are completely up to you.
This can either be the same menus we serve upstairs, or we can do a special menu.
Book the party room at Sinclair's for your holiday party.
Christmas, it's obviously great. It's pretty booked. There's still plenty of openings that people will call, but I wouldn't wait too long to call. Call 271-7654 and ask for the manager on duty. Anybody there can help them. We encourage you to call and book it for the holidays.
Get ready to party. Call Sinclair's East at 271-7654. Sinclair's East. Fine dining. Vaughn at Taylor.
Call Dad. No, Ella, call Chad.
Since 1993, Chad has been showing up, ready to help with whatever your home AC needs. His mission, to serve first. Chad takes the time to understand exactly what you're looking for, and if he can help, he'll walk you through the best options, sometimes even with 0% or low payment financing to make things easier. No more sweating over hot and cold spots, surprise $700 energy bills, or wondering if your unit will make it through another season. Call Chad today at 784-9144. That's 784-9144.
Call Dad. No, Ella, call Chad.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Hey, this is Ray Bowles of Prattville Carpet. And since we've been advertising on Blue Water, our sales have increased dramatically. Blue Water has a large listening audience that is very faithful to their advertisers, and we greatly appreciate that. If you're thinking about advertising for your business, I would highly recommend Blue Water.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The risk of scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue in the forecast well into the evening and nighttime hours tonight. Not as cool tonight. Overnight low temperature down to about 63. I think Saturday's high temperature will be in the upper 70s to near 80. Cloudy in the morning, sunshine later. Sunday, the first stage of cooler air with a high of 69. Then the Arctic front brings in much colder air Sunday night into Monday. 35 by Monday morning, but the high on Monday only in the upper 40s and mid-20s by Veterans Day dawn. Get ready, winter is coming. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Live local talk, the River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
I said, young man, I bet you must be beat. I said, young man, yesterday is a treat. It's a day to celebrate now. That's why I hear you say, I love Friday. That's why I hear you say, I love Friday. Oh, the weekend is here. Just relax and kick back. Grab a cold one from that six-pack. That's why I hear you say, I love Friday. That's why I hear you say, I love Friday.
Which microphone are you on, mister?
Oh, the weekend is here.
Yeah, let's go back to that one.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we can get the fully robust Eddie Bader. Thank you for sharing that with Chris Plunk, and we thank Chris for coming by.
That was great to see him.
In fact, I just received a message. I enjoyed that guest spot a lot. Good content. He's a great guy, too. Fun to be around. And I hope he'll turn up in something locally, because that would give us two. We have Master Thespian.
Yes.
I've seen him in at least 3 different things, and he's really, really great.
He is.
I was watching something the other day, and I Master Thespian could play that role.
But he is getting ready for his Christmas roles, aren't he?
Yes.
Well, they got a big celebration coming up at AUM on their 50th anniversary.
Oh,
I think,
wow.
Program, I think. So he's busy with that.
Good.
And we're very blessed to have him come by on Tuesday, as we are with you on Friday, Mr. Bader.
Thank you.
You got to be careful with everything. I went out to the car to get one of those little packets with a lens cleaner in it.
Yeah.
Now you can see by its size in your hand, it could be easily mistaken for something else.
Yes, it could have.
That you might put in your wallet.
Right. Since you were 12.
Yeah. That early. And it was in the advanced program. How about that? Anyway, I actually was accused of carrying a condom through the hallway where everybody could see it. And I said, no, my glasses have
Kind of feel
Domino's schmutz. And part for my fingers because I've been grinding those little garlic knots into the
and the juice at the bottom. That's the good stuff.
I love those. Those are, for me, damn near addictive. But I think I've cut it off at about 8. The nice thing is,
pretty good.
If you have leftovers, they reheat
Very easily.
So in the next break, I'm taking one of these,
Just one.
to the car. I don't even need the box. I just need like a handful.
Well, I know that you're feeling of the warmness because the other day I brought those Italian cookies in here.
Yes.
So they sat on my dash for a little while. And when I brought them in here, it was like they were fresh out of the oven because they were warm because they'd been on my dash.
Those are so almondy.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is
Super
something they
almond.
put with that. Yeah.
The dashboard is a very handy cooking
Yes.
or warming option for people.
It is.
It's one of the most underrated options out there.
I just
By the way, we do take calls on the show, 272-9228. Yesterday, Monday, we were especially busy, and Tuesday.
Friday, people are trying to get home. I think.
I get it. We also take requests. So if they're from our vast collection of bits, materials, stand-up comics, whatever, feel free to call it 272-9228. I have deliberately, and also in part to our great guest, stayed away from news pretty much because
on Fridays it's just
News Talk is
it's the same old crap.
it's the same old. And then if there's
huh?
anything they don't want to talk about during the week, they drop it late Friday afternoon. So by the weekend, by Monday, people have forgotten about it.
I honestly think this shutdown will
Okay,
end
hold
this
on.
week.
It's got to, Greg. To me, it affects my industry with government loans and things like that.
Sure.
But it's the fear that it's putting the economy
Okay, I will.
for everyone is why this needs to end.
Just in case anybody needs a reminder, this shutdown proves the Democrats will F anyone to get their way. They don't care about your loan. They don't care about anything.
No, they don't. They don't.
Have you seen any long-lasting tributes to Nancy Pelosi? She's out of there.
I heard she's leaving. That's such great news.
It is. On the other hand, she'll probably be replaced by someone even crazier.
Well, you know,
Okay,
Joey
hold
pulled
on.
up a picture of her, Greg. I think when she first got into,
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
very attractive. What happened?
Who are you talking about?
In her case, alcohol.
It had to be Pelosi. She kind of just had a pure looking just soft
I mean,
face,
that was
very
like
pretty person.
120 years ago. She was a fresh new vampire at that point.
I think that's what it was. That's what it was, because she is god awful at this point.
We have calls suddenly.
Yes.
Suddenly.
Woody's on the first one.
Okay,
Woody's
Woody.
calling.
Good afternoon.
Hey.
What up, Woody?
I'm number one.
That's right.
You are.
Hey, I appreciate the $20 gift certificate I picked up this afternoon.
Nice.
Excellent.
I was going to tell you, Greg. Have you seen the picture of the chick that Joey had from the 1980s? Tina Valanova.
I'll find that and send it to Greg. Yes, that's
who is
she
that?
looked like somebody.
It's this
she
chick
looked like
that was
somebody
on
Greg would date.
It was a girl that was on like a dating site back in the 80s when you did the VHS tapes. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Tina Terafalova or
Man.
something. I'll find that. It was hysterical.
This is somebody, but he thinks this is somebody I would date. Joey
Oh,
said this?
yeah.
No,
Well,
Joey didn't
you may
really say
not
it, but
date her.
we could see you partying with her. Not dating, but partying.
You may
Big
not.
difference.
It'd be a one night type of thing.
Oh, I think it'd be half of that, but yeah.
All right. Enjoy this.
Eddie's
show.
time is
Bye.
valuable. You got to be really special to get the full night treatment from Eddie Bader.
I'm telling you. I will send that to you. It is hysterical. You could
We
tell.
can play it on the air?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
Joey
gotta
played
do
it earlier, so you played it on the air.
No, let's do it.
She had 80s hair, big hair, but she talked like she had a Pall Mall just going, just mowing through them. But I'll find it real quick, get it to you. This would be hysterical.
We could have made a lot of smoke together.
Yes, sure would have.
Crawdad.
Totally off topic, but I'm still stuck
We have no
on-
topic. We are topicless. It's Friday.
Thank you. Reuben, you made a Reuben.
Yes.
Did you get the corned beef from our favorite grocery store? Is that cut? Tell me about the Reuben. Where do I get the best?
No, for the
corned
I
beef?
got everything but the corned beef from our favorite grocery store.
Now about the corned beef, where do I get that?
Publix.
What
Deli.
type do you use?
Publix Deli.
I'm
Just
sorry.
regular corned beef.
Just regular, nothing
Yes.
fancy?
I need to know where to get the corned beef. Yes.
At the Publix?
Publix corned beef. Okay, I can go from there because the rest of it, there's only one thing we cannot get because he is passed. His name is Mr. Piha. If you've been in Montgomery a long time, you know about the deli on Fairview across the street from the Capri.
Yeah, they just tore that building down,
Yeah,
I
they
think.
did.
They're rebuilding it.
Ah,
Yeah, rebuilding it.
Mr. and Ms. Piha owned the deli there. He made his own slaw. And when you ordered the sandwich, if you got the corned beef on rye or if you got any other sandwich, they made everything by hand. And that I miss that so much with the slaw. But I can try to make a corned beef sandwich if I go to Publix Deli and get the corned beef. That's a good idea.
All right. Thank you, Crawdad.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Crawdaddy.
it. Happy weekend. And this is Steve.
Yes, I'd like to hear the Bill Clinton song. And I also have a suggestion. If they ever convict them, they ought to take the money from that Clinton Foundation and distribute it to the American citizens, because that was just money laundering is all it was.
100%.
Yeah, $2 billion. A lot of that money coming in for Haiti after that terrible
Yeah.
earthquake.
And look at Haiti now.
There are still people from Haiti that try to follow Hillary anywhere she goes.
Yep.
Where's the money?
Yep.
And the media, boy, they're on top of that all the way, trying to, get her to come up with the truth.
She ought to be in jail just for Benghazi alone.
Absolutely. Benghazi.
I've been in the
Yeah, no doubt.
Theft. Stealing the
been in
White
the
House
military.
dishes.
Yeah. And they had no shame about it.
No, none. Well, we were broke when we left the White House. Well,
Where'd
you
they
had
get
to
all
pay
their
a lot
money
of
from,
lawyers
man?
while you were in there, that's for sure.
They should have gone in there and given those people air cover. I believe if I'd been in the military, I'd have got court-martialed because I would have ordered air support for those people.
Well, that's
I
what
don't see
happens
how-
when the government is run by people who hate the military, who see it as a nuisance and an inconvenience, and have no idea.
Those were her own. Those were her own people too. A lot of them were Democrats.
Yeah, of course. Well, you get what you vote for.
That's it.
Thanks for the call, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. Hey, I sent that to you on Messenger, so I think you can get it.
Okay, I can't wait to see this. This is somebody that
remember it's a different time too, Greg. So.
All right. Oh my god. You really do hate me, don't you?
No, it just hurt. I'm telling you, man, she's got that kind of let's party attitude.
Oh gosh, ew.
Oh, wait till you hear her.
Yeah, but I do remember when video dating started to become a thing. A lot of different things, but they had meetings, singles groups.
I do remember a lot of the single groups.
Where you spend 5 minutes at every table.
What they call speed dating or something like that.
Speed dating or something like that. Yeah.
And I remember there was a trend for a while, soaps and suds or something like that. But it was a place you could bring your laundry, and the next door was a bar, and it was kind of like you get to, flirt around while you're doing laundry. Mostly single people would be going there, that kind of thing. But Hannah mentioned today about getting a matchmaker and the prices, like $5,000.
Dang.
Well, oftentimes they're used by people who have $5,000.
That's what I'm thinking.
Who are protecting a family business or something.
So you're saying it's worth it.
So let's take a look here on our YouTube feed. It's Happy Hour with Greg and Pamela at somebody that Joey thinks might have made a good partner
I just
for
think
me.
it'd be good fun.
Terra Nova. I don't know about love at first sight. I mean, come on. Can we be realistic here? I'm not going to settle. Look around. Everybody settled. My best quality is my unwavering allegiance to myself.
Oh, I love that.
I know who I am. If you don't or you can't figure it out, I'm not a great sleeper. I do a lot of horse kicks in the night, so you're going to have to be patient. Other than that, I'm friggin' great. Have I ever been in love? Sure. I don't like when guys are too talkity with a waitress. I find it revolting. Don't call her honey. Act like a human being. I don't like it if you want things from me. Period. Do I believe in God? I mean, if this is the kind of conversation I'm going to have on a date, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to excuse myself to go to the loo. I'm going to sneak out the back door of the restaurant, and I'm going to hitchhike to a water park. I don't want to talk about God with anybody. That's why I didn't have kids. I am an...
What? She's a treat. You're telling me, Greg, it's 1986. You're riding around in that vet. You meet Tina. You're not even going to have a drink?
No.
Not even conversation?
No. No. And I say that with full confidence.
I can tell. What is it about her?
I have some lame-ass dating stories from the 80s I could tell.
But nothing like that?
That woman would never get near a seat in my Corvette.
I see. But did you know women like this in the 80s?
Well, they were, I mean, that gigantic hair.
Yeah, that's from Aquanet, baby.
Looks like she had a hair volcano explode on the top of her head and it just kept coming down and then it froze in place. Her hair looks like a lava flow. It's not attractive. She's got a wide face. She looks like a dude.
Look at that mouth. Look at that. And you know it never
I'll never
stops.
have sex again, thanks to you. I better call Montgomery Men's Health. I've just seen a video that's made my innards totally toxic. Wow. Well, at least I know.
All right, so we swing and a miss. We'll find you another one.
Hey, before we wrap, this hour's over already. Holy crap! But we have the Movie Maven coming up, brought to you by AMS Studios at 5:35. But let's talk some real estate before.
Well, I will throw in some real estate with the Movie Maven. She actually came by one of our open houses the other day, and it was great to see her. Whenever you're doing an open house, you don't know most of the people are coming. So when I saw a friendly face like hers pull up, it really made me and Hannah's day. And that open house
was
a
face.
It was great. It was a friendly face that I knew. I knew it wasn't somebody to come give me a hard time. It was somebody that wanted to see me and actually wanted to spend some time with us. And it was great. And that house was up there in Hope Hole. It's actually a wonderful place. It sits on about 14 acres, 5 bedrooms, I think 3.5 baths with a pond, a huge barn. Just be an absolutely wonderful place for people that want to kind of move out in the country. Whether you're single or you want to raise a family, it's a great place to do that. It's only about 15 minutes from Hyundai. Then we've got a great place over in your neighborhood, Greg, Arrowhead, over on Creek Drive.
Oh, awesome.
We've got a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath home sitting there. I think we're going to do an open house on that one next week. And if you're looking for land, here lately we have been the land kings. I've got 5 acres up near Titus, or up in Titus, right off 231. We're putting on the market, I think, tomorrow. Then we've got an 84 to 87 acre place, 15 minutes from downtown Prattville in Autauga County. I believe it's in Autaugaville. This person here has, he's got every guy's dream. He's got 84, I think 87 acres. He built a 1-bedroom cabin. It's a total retreat.
Wow.
I absolutely love this place. He's decided he's going to do something else in life, and so he wants us to put this on the market. And this is going to be priced very competitively. Probably, I would probably think it's probably going to go for $399 to $450, and that's a heck of a deal.
Wow.
So if you're thinking about selling property, land, or if you want to be buyers is what we love to have. You can give me or my partner, Hannah Grantham, a call. My number is 334-322-0662. And tune into our Facebook page. We put out somewhat informational stuff every week, but we dang sure make people laugh at us every week with some of the antics we come up with.
And for those of you've talked about putting your house on the market, or you're getting ready to buy now that interest rates are finally coming down, consult with this man. There's no such thing as a dumb question.
Not at all.
And he may help clarify your thinking or planning process, whatever. He'll always tell you the truth. 322-0662. Even though I would never ask him to fix me up with somebody after seeing that video.
I got to know where we start.
But you're really good at this real estate thing.
Well, thank you. I do have my plus.
Come back with another candidate next week. And
I'm going to come up with something better. I see where the no columns are, so I got you. You guys have a great weekend.
You too.
I wonder if there's more of those 80s video dating on YouTube.
The dudes ones that are out there, the guys ones, are embarrassing as a guy.
Are they clean generally,
Yeah.
language-wise?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Eddie Bader. Say hi to Hannah for us. Also, our thanks this afternoon to Montgomery Paint and Body. We've had pointed this out this morning. Earlier in the week, when we had absolutely stunning, gorgeous fall mornings, we had wrecks galore.
Mm-hmm.
On a morning like this one, today, with fog and everything else, very few accidents. It's just the way it seems to be. Nice weather here can get your head into a space where you're not paying attention. But it's not always on the road. Sometimes it's parking lot damage. Sometimes a tree loses a branch. They can do incredible damage. When your car needs to be made to look good as new, maybe better after any kind of damage, 27-REC with a W is the only number you need to remember. 27-REC with a W from Montgomery Paint and Body, where they have delivered on a good as new, maybe better promise for over 40 years. And it's all about work ethic. They are not a nationally owned chain. This is a local business run by a man who cares about customers one at a time like few I've ever known in my entire life. Wonderful dude. And that's Donnie Turner. Son Brandon, a chip off the old engine block. You're in the best possible hands with MPB Boulevard at East Shirley Lane. Who needs him, Skipper?
Well, if you're out in it, driving conditions are lousy all over the area right now. We have some new accidents. 3000 block Norman Bridge Road. Got a vehicle fire there. If you're coming out of downtown, please use caution. East Boulevard at Vaughn Road, got an accident there, as well as Taylor at Vaughn. And I-65 northbound, mile marker 181, that's just past Cobbs Ford Road. We still have a vehicle off on the right side of the road with emergency vehicles from an earlier accident. Buckle up, drive carefully. We will keep you updated. Great shopping at Midtown Plaza, Shop Shoe Carnival, Cato, Cricket Wireless, Young American Insurance, and more. Midtown Plaza, Ann Street off I-85, another great McClinton and Company development. I'm Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. Worried about access to rare earth minerals, President Trump says the U.S. is now looking to Asia.
One of the key items on our agenda is critical minerals. In recent weeks, my administration has strengthened American economic security by forging agreements with allies and friends across the world to broaden our critical mineral supply chain.
The president hosted leaders of 5 Central Asian countries at the White House on Thursday as he intensifies his hunt for rare earth minerals needed for high-tech devices like smartphones and electric vehicles. Moving at the speed of AI, the Chinese electric vehicle maker Xpeng saw its shares jump after unveiling plans for a humanoid robot and next-generation robo-taxi to challenge Tesla in its dominance. It was a mixed bag at the close on Wall Street. The Dow was up by 74 points. The Nasdaq down 49. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
Looking for insurance, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your current carrier? How does quality coverage with local service and competitive rates sound to you? The folks at Stark Agency offer just that. Whether you need insurance for your business, car, home, or life, Stark Agency can help. As an independent insurance agency with over 20 of the top insurance carriers, Stark is sure to find the perfect match for you and your loved ones. Visit their site at starkagency.com or give them a call at 334-263-5535 for a quote today.
New CBS Tonight.
Please get out of the way!
Detective Danny Reagan from Blue Bloods in a new city.
Trouble follows you, huh?
Only in Boston. With a new partner.
Danny, you have a reputation.
Yeah, for getting things done. Johnny Wahlberg. Sometimes dotting I's and crossing T's has to come second to right and wrong. Sonequa Martin Green.
It would be a problem if he wasn't right so often.
The new CBS original Boston Blue.
Ready to run it back, Brooklyn?
Try and stop me, Beantown.
Boston Blue, tonight at 9 p.m. on WAKA.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Florida's Attorney General has filed a lawsuit against Planned Parenthood, claiming the organization is misrepresenting the safety of abortion pills. It's the latest legal challenge aimed at abortion pills, which are the most common way to end a pregnancy in the U.S. Pro-lifers have increasingly targeted the pills in the wake of the Supreme Court's 2022 decision overturning Roe v. Wade. The Trump administration has asked a federal appeals court to block a judge's order to distribute November's full SNAP benefits during a U.S. government shutdown. A U.S. district judge has given the administration until Friday to make the payments through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. On Wall Street, the Dow by 74 points, the Nasdaq dropped 49. More details at srnnews.com.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for healthcare. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, MediShare members like it. We know this from member surveys. They like it a lot. It's a proven thing now. MediShare's been around for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they will waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. Again, the deadline is November 15th. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 844-45-BIBLE. That's 844-45-BIBLE, 844-45